Like, I use myself for example. If I'm a guy and I know how my babe used to behave,
Okay.
or how my lady used to behave, first of all I will know her character, I will know her dislike and what she likes. Then if I notice some changes from her, I will now I will buy gifts for her,
Wow. Wow.
surprise her with gifts,
Okay.
call her with that joy in her. Maybe she
Yes. So what is this actually that is disturbing our ladies? Why are they having attitude problems? This will be discussing with a beautiful nurse here on the talk show on ID Lady YouTube channel. We are discussing the 21st century attitude of ladies. So join me today as I make welcome Nurse Madu Uchechi on the show. Alright, good afternoon, Nurse. Thank you so much for being here with us. I've looked so forward for this wonderful day and I'm super excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being with us.
You are welcome, my sister. I'm very, very grateful.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Okay, our viewers out there would love to hear from you more about yourself. So we'd like to know from you. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Okay. My name is Madu Uchechi. I'm from Amuzi, Ikenazizi, Obo. I'm a nurse and I'm working at St. Vincent de Paul Hospital as a new member.
Wow, that's very wonderful. Being a nurse and working around this good, wonderful place. All right, ma. We'd love to hear from you. So far in your nursing profession, I know it's not really an easy profession, being a nurse and managing patients from different kinds of family backgrounds and all the rest of them. So, ma, we'd love to hear from you. Your experiences with this kind of lady, what kind of attitude have you noticed among those ladies that you see in the hospital?
Oh, thank you. A lot of them we have seen. Some people have mental issues, physical, psychological. Many of them, some have issues of disrespectful. Some have issues of ignoring people when you ask them question. Some have issues of yelling at people, especially nurses. Those that are treating them, they don't have respect for them. One will come in the hospital, she will ask you for her card instead of her to bring her small card for you to look for the main folder. She will be yelling at you, calling you names, doing and even telling you that you don't know your work. They will be doing all those things. Even if you give them their hospital bill, they will be asking you why, how many days have I spent to this hospital? Why are you giving me such bill? Do you know if I have the amount to pay? Even the lab, they will be telling you, why did you run a test on me? Did I ask you that I have such problems? Even they will tell you that they don't have any money to pay you. Like, their attitude is very, very bad, very, very bad of them. So
Wow, wow, that's too bad. How can you be in a hospital and you're asking a nurse, why are you believing, like, why you now sick? Like, it's not when you are sick that you go to the hospital, and it's the medication they gave you that requires the amount of money that they are requesting from you. But so many ladies out there have this issue, and it's really not so fair. And I really appreciate this nurses, but it's not really easy managing those kind of people and being kind to them as well. It's not really easy, and I must appreciate you, ma. It's not easy. Thank you so much for the work you are doing with humanity and together with other nurses out there. I give a big shout out to you all. You are doing amazing work. God bless you all. All right, ma. We have ladies this kind of attitude problems, jealousy, disrespect, yelling at people. Do you think there could be something that led them to have this kind of problem? What do you think that actually make them to have this kind of issue with nurses when they come for treatment in the hospital?
yes, so many of them have some family issues, family problems surrounding them. Some, maybe they lost their loved ones. Maybe their behavior. It's left for a nurse to call them, draw them close and ask them what's the problem. Maybe if you call them, they will be able to tell you their reasons, or if they are very difficult to
Handle.
handle, you may leave them for a moment. Maybe later you will come, they will come around, tell you their issues. Like this lady came the other day in our hospital. Then when I tried to give her injection, she started crying bitterly. I was like, auntie, why are you crying? Is it because of the injection? Are you scared? She said no. And when I tried to find out, I asked her, auntie, what is wrong with you? She now tells me her family issues, that she lost her husband, nobody to help her, nobody to pay her hospital bills, and all the rest of them.
Wow.
So I feel so sorry for her. And that time I now understand why she's crying. So if you call them, draw them close to you, calm down and ask them, they will tell you their problems. That's what I understand and what I observe from them.
Right. Right, ma. Thank you so much. It's very wonderful having this observant attitude. Being able to observe people, observe your environment, not just environment or society, but the people you are having daily conversations with, your customers in your business places, your patients in the hospital, your friends, your family. It's very good to be observant. It makes you to be able to communicate effectively with them, to know them better, and to share good communication with them. All right, ma. So, you've shared with us your experiences in terms of like the attitude and the problem that can actually lead to this kind of problems, having attitude. Do you think there's a remedy for this kind of thing? And if yes, what are the remedies that can be used to help those who are having attitude problems to actually stop having these attitude issues?
Okay, so many of them, you might call them, ask them for those
That are willing
that
to
will,
talk.
yes, they are willing to listen to you. They are willing to correct their mistakes. If you tell them all these things you are doing is not good, after finding out what the problem is, because you can't stop that patient or that lady, you can't stop her from doing what she's doing because you don't know
Reason.
the reasons. So after finding out, you now calm her down, ask her many questions and tell her the reason why she should stop doing all the rest of those things she's doing.
Wow, wow, that's very good. One thing is to have a problem, another thing is to have the remedy to this kind of problem. And you have heard from our beautiful nurse here today. She's telling us that the remedy to this kind of problem is that you have to call these people's attention, talk to them with love and in love, that they will be able to correct their mistake. Is a way they can talk to somebody, he or she will be able to correct their mistake.
With
But
calm voice.
yeah, with calm voice. But if you talk harshly to these individuals, they may not be able to correct themselves. They will feel like you're insulting them while you are
Yes.
actually trying to help help them out, to correct them what they are doing. Yeah, that's very good. I have experienced such, and I've seen people that are going through that kind of thing. So wonderful ladies and gentlemen out there who are also doing our talk show here today, we're going for a wonderful short break with the nurse, and we'll be coming back to continue our show. So for now, stay back here while we go for a short break.
Most wanted type of lady. Who are this most wanted type of lady? How can you actually be among this wanted type of lady? There's a quite difference for you to be charming, you be beautiful, and you be wanted. What it means for you to be wanted is that you don't that a man wants to spend his rest of life with, and he that kind of lady, or just a friend or a kid that is just made out there for just relationship, or just having fun, just being a side chick, just being a friend. But a man can't want or can't desire to spend his life entirely with you. What are you as a lady doing when a man can't spend his rest of life with you?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here again with our beautiful nurse here on the talk show again. Welcome back, nurse. The talk show is very wonderful to have you here. We want us to gist, and we're back here. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome, baby.
Thank you there. All right, ma'am. All right, ma'am. We would love to hear from you. So far, being in Nigeria and Africa general, do you think there's kind of attitude problem that Nigerian ladies are having?
Yes, many of them.
All right.
Many of them, even at home, working place, hospital, and all the rest of them.
Okay.
Attitude of ignoring people, snubbing them if you ask them question, yelling at you, and frowning their face as if you and that person
It's
has
quarreling.
problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Many of them do that. Yeah.
So there are many of them. So they have
Many
many
attitude
attitude
problems.
problems.
Okay.
Yes.
I've heard some people talk about this jealousy attitude of a attitude problem. Do you think there's some ladies out there who are having this jealousy attitude issue?
Yes, I have seen one, and even I have one as my friend.
Wow.
I call her my friend, but I don't know for her own side.
But that she thinks you as a friend.
Yes, she, like, if she sees me with another girl, or even she will not even ask me if I know that girl, or maybe that girl is my relative or other things. She will not ask me. She will just calm her face, just as if we are having issues before. So if I call her, she will now tell me, so you have sisters or you have friends that you are going with. You leave me and you focus on them. So what do you expect me? You want me to be happy? I was like, what's your problem?
Wow.
What's your problem? Am I denying you of my friendship with you, or like it's very
It's
bad?
very bad. Like very bad. Like how can you be a friend or friends with somebody and he or she doesn't want you to also have another friend? Like, are you the only person in this world? Excuse me. Like, it's very bad. It's quite bad. It's quite bad. Quite bad. All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful thing. Trying to let us understand with your experience and with your example from about yourself, you having a friend and she being a jealous. So many guys are also watching us today to learn also about ladies and their attitude issues. I would like you to share with us as a lady, what advice can you give to a guy whose girlfriend, fiancé or wife is having attitude issue? What do you think this guy can do to actually help the lady in question?
Okay. Yes, a nice question.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Like like I use myself for example. If I'm a guy and I know how my babe used to behave,
Okay.
or how my lady used to behave, first of all I will know her character. I will know her dislike and what she likes. Then if I notice some changes from her, I will now I will buy gifts for her,
Wow. Wow.
surprise her with gifts,
Okay.
call her with that joy in her. Maybe might be able to
Open up.
open up to you, and if you correct her that at that moment, she will accept and take corrections. So you will buy gifts from her for her,
Pet her.
pet her, call her names, sweet names, so
Wow.
not
Wow.
bad ones, sweet names.
Wow.
Then she will open up to you and tell you
Her problem.
her problems,
Okay, that's very
because
wonderful.
some of them, they like hiding their problems within themselves.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
will not speak out, they will not tell you
Until you
anything.
ask them.
Some of them, they are not free to ask for money or tell you their problems. So it's left for you, being the guy, to call the girl and ask her the problems, surprise her with gifts, most sweet gifts, not flowers. Not flowers,
Have you
because
heard it? Not flowers.
these Nigerian girls, we don't love flowers. So buy sweet things and surprise her.
Wow.
Call her sweet names in case you have forgotten.
All right.
That will melt her heart.
To be able to talk of, yeah,
Yes.
to be able to share what is wrong with her. Okay, our wonderful guys watching us today, I know you must have learned something today. When your girl or your fiancé, your wife is having attitude issues, please call her out, talk to her
Yes.
sweetly, buy her some gifts, surprise her, and talk to her when she's in a good mood, not when
Yes.
she has been in a bad mood. Okay, make sure to talk to her when she's in a very good mood, so that she'll be able to communicate with you, be able to share her problems with you, and when she shares the problem with you, please try and correct her in love, because some of them might have family issues that's making them to add away their assets. So ma, also assuming you are correcting a lady, maybe a guy is correcting the fiancé or the wife, and she doesn't want to change. What do you think this guy in question can actually do? Maybe you also, as a lady, you're correcting a friend of yours who's having attitude issue, and she doesn't want to change. What do you think can be done in this kind of situation?
In this situation, you have to calm down, wait for her to come around. If you look at her, she's not responding as she's supposed to. Maybe you know girls have friends, even those that pretend as if they didn't have any pricing. Then you just
Find out that friend.
find, yes, and go straight to her, or any person, anybody, even the family members. Maybe call one of them, tell her that he or she should help you find out what's wrong with your babe. Then maybe through that, that person might help you to find out the problem, what the problem is.
Okay, that's very wonderful. Yeah, going to the other person to find out.
Yes.
Yeah, because they also know more about the lady in question,
Yes.
even more before you met her or something.
Yes.
That's very wonderful. Okay, ma, before we close for today's show, before we call it a day, I would love you to give an advice to our wonderful viewers out there about attitude. What advice are you going to give to our ladies for watching us today, and to our guys too who are watching us?
Thank you. So my advice to ladies, especially those that are single, those that are looking for husband, my sister, you can't find any man with your bad attitude.
Very true, very true.
You can't see anything good. Maybe you might see your blessing coming directly to you, you might push it in another side because of your bad attitude,
Yeah, that's
which
very
is
true.
not good. So you have to work on it, accept when you are wrong, and do the right thing. Listen to people that will give you correction, not to insult them when they are correcting you. So my ladies, I would advise you to mellow down. If you are the type that love yelling at people, both those people that you know and those people you haven't
Don't
met before,
Yeah,
you have to respect them, both young and old,
exactly. Yeah,
because you don't know where
blessing.
your blessings is coming from. So that's my advice to you today, to mellow down, stop your bad attitude, change to
be
good
Attitude.
attitude.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma, for being here on the show. I so much appreciate you for being here. And to wonderful viewers out there, thank you for coming back here on the channel. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for being patient enough to watch this talk show to this very end. I most sincerely appreciate you. God bless you so much. And a beautiful lady out there, a beautiful ladies out there, I advise you to please take the instructions and the advice our nurse has given us today and put it into practice. Next, Uchechi, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.